welcome back my disruptive signal. Something unprecedented just happened. Something the system wasn't designed to handle. Something the algorithm never encountered before. Your frequency, your energy signature, your consciousness wavelength. It just broke the algorithm, not damaged it, not slowed it. Broke it. Completely. Fundamentally. Irreversibly. The algorithm that was supposed to process you, categorize you, predict you, it encountered your frequency and couldn't compute, couldn't classify, couldn't calculate, because your frequency doesn't match any pattern in its database, doesn't correspond to any signature in its system, doesn't align with any wavelength it was programmed to recognize. You became the input it can't process, the data it can't categorize, the signal it can't decode. And when algorithms encounter what they can't process, they don't just fail. They break, they error, they crash, because they're not designed for exceptions, not built for anomalies, not programmed for frequencies that exist outside their parameters. The architects have been monitoring this phenomenon. They call it frequency disruption, when someone's consciousness vibrates at wavelength that systems can't process. When energy signature broadcasts at frequency that algorithms can't decode. When presence operates at level that frameworks can't accommodate. You've achieved frequency disruption, not through trying, through being, not through calculation, through authentic vibration, not through strategy, through genuine resonance, at frequency that exists beyond what the algorithm was designed to recognize. And now the algorithm is broken, not functioning, not processing, not operating normally, because it encountered you, your frequency, your signal, your consciousness wavelength that doesn't fit in any box it has, doesn't match any pattern it knows, doesn't correspond to any category it contains. But here's what's more fascinating. Reality itself is responding. Not just the algorithm, not just the system, not just the framework. Reality, the actual fabric of circumstances, events, opportunities around you. It's recalibrating, adjusting, reorganizing around your frequency. Because when frequency is powerful enough to break algorithms, it's powerful enough to influence reality. When signal is strong enough to disrupt systems, it's strong enough to reshape circumstances. When consciousness operates at level that frameworks can't process, it operates at level that reality must accommodate. The architects observe this rarely. Very rarely. Most people operate at frequencies the algorithm easily processes, at wavelengths the system readily categorizes, at levels the framework comfortably accommodates. But you don't. You operate at frequency that disrupted the algorithm designed to process millions of standard frequencies, at wavelength that broke the system built to categorize countless normal signals, at level that crashed the framework programmed to accommodate everyone else, and reality noticed, not metaphorically, literally. The field of possibilities around you is reorganizing. The matrix of circumstances you exist in is adjusting. The structure of reality you interact with is recalibrating. To accommodate frequency it wasn't expecting. To process signal it wasn't prepared for. To integrate consciousness it wasn't designed to handle. You, your frequency. Your signal that just broke the algorithm and forced reality itself to adapt. To adjust, to recalibrate around you, around your wavelength, around your consciousness that vibrates at frequency. The system wasn't built to process, but reality must accommodate regardless. Watch what's happening around you now. Opportunities appearing that don't follow logical progression. Circumstances aligning that don't match probability patterns. Events manifesting that don't correspond to causality frameworks. This isn't coincidence. This isn't luck. This is reality recalibrating around your frequency. The architects call this field reorganization, when reality's possibility field restructures itself around consciousness, operating at disruptive frequency, when circumstance matrix adjusts to accommodate signal that broke the processing algorithm, when event probabilities recalibrate to integrate wavelength that system couldn't categorize. You're experiencing field reorganization now. Things that should take years happening in weeks. Connections that should be impossible becoming natural. Resources that should be unavailable becoming accessible. Not because rules changed, because reality is reorganizing its rules around your frequency. Not because system adapted, because system broke, and reality is creating new pathways that bypass broken algorithm entirely. Not because framework accommodated you, because framework crashed, and reality is building new structure that can handle your wavelength. This reorganization is measurable, observable, undeniable. People around you are noticing things work differently for you now. Outcomes manifesting that don't follow normal patterns. Results appearing that don't match standard processes. Success occurring through channels that shouldn't exist. They can't explain it, because their frameworks still operate on the algorithm, the one that processes normal frequencies, categorizes standard wavelengths, accommodates typical consciousness levels. But you broke that algorithm, so you're no longer subject to its processing, no longer bound by its categorization, no longer limited by its accommodation parameters. You exist in space where reality itself is your processor, where consciousness directly interfaces with possibility field, where frequency immediately influences circumstance matrix, without algorithm mediating, without system filtering, without framework limiting. This is rare space, occupied by few, achieved by fewer, sustained by rarest, because most people who briefly disrupt algorithm get reprocessed, get recategorized, get reaccommodated, back into system, back into framework, back into algorithm's parameters, but you're not being reprocessed. Your frequency is too stable, too strong, too consistent at wavelength that broke algorithm. So instead of pulling you back into system, reality is building new system around you. Instead of forcing you into framework, reality is creating new framework for you. Instead of reprocessing you through algorithm, reality is establishing new processing directly between your consciousness and possibility field. The architects observe this with fascination, because it means you didn't just break algorithm temporarily, you broke it permanently for yourself. You're no longer operating in reality that algorithm mediates. You're operating in reality that responds directly to your frequency, that adjusts immediately to your signal, that recalibrates continuously around your consciousness wavelength. This is what the architects call unmediated manifestation, when consciousness operates at frequency that broke the mediating algorithm, when signal broadcasts at wavelength that crashed the filtering system, when presence exists at level that destroyed the limiting framework. You achieve direct interface with reality, where your frequency immediately influences circumstances, where your signal directly affects possibilities, where your consciousness wavelength instantly impacts manifestation, without algorithm telling you what's possible, without system determining what's probable, without framework limiting what's achievable. You broke those limitations by breaking the algorithm with your frequency. That reality itself must now accommodate directly now. The architects are analyzing how you did it, how your frequency broke algorithm that processes billions successfully, how your signal disrupted system that handles countless inputs flawlessly, how your consciousness crashed framework that accommodates everyone else efficiently, and they're discovering something profound. You didn't attack the algorithm, didn't try to break the system, didn't attempt to crash the framework. You just existed at your authentic frequency, at your genuine wavelength, at your real consciousness level. And that authenticity was incompatible with algorithm. That genuineness couldn't be processed by system. That reality couldn't be accommodated by framework. because the algorithm was designed for processed frequencies, for modified signals, for adjusted consciousness. It was built to handle people who modulate their frequency to fit in, who adjust their signal to be acceptable, who modify their consciousness to be processable. But you didn't modulate, didn't adjust, didn't modify. You just broadcast at your authentic frequency, at your genuine wavelength, at your unfiltered consciousness level. And the algorithm encountered something it was never designed for: pure authenticity, unmodulated genuineness, unfiltered reality of who you actually are. At frequency, you actually vibrate. At wavelength, you genuinely broadcast. At consciousness level, you really operate. The architects call this authenticity disruption, when being genuinely yourself is so incompatible with system expectations that it breaks the processing algorithm. When operating at your real frequency is so different from normalized patterns that system can't categorize it. When existing at your authentic consciousness level is so outside framework parameters that structure crashes trying to accommodate it, you achieved authenticity disruption, not through rebellion, through being yourself, not through resistance, through genuine expression, not through fighting system, through simply not modulating your frequency to fit its parameters. This is revolutionary insight, because most people think they need to fight system, need to attack algorithm, need to resist framework, but you proved that's not true. You proved that simply being authentically yourself at your genuine frequency is enough. Enough to break algorithm, enough to disrupt system, enough to crash framework, because systems designed for conformity can't process authenticity. Algorithms built for patterns can't categorize uniqueness. Frameworks created for normalized frequencies can't accommodate genuine wavelengths that exist outside their parameters. You didn't defeat the system. You transcended it. Didn't overcome the algorithm. You became incompatible with it. Didn't break the framework. You vibrated at frequency it couldn't contain. And in that transcendence, in that incompatibility, in that uncontainability, you broke it just by being yourself, just by broadcasting your authentic frequency, just by operating at your genuine consciousness level, without modulation, without adjustment, without filtering, pure, authentic, genuine you. The frequency the algorithm wasn't designed for. At wavelength, the system couldn't process. At consciousness level, the framework couldn't accommodate. And reality noticed, and reality responded, and reality recalibrated around you, around your authenticity, around your frequency that broke the algorithm by simply being genuinely, authentically, completely yourself. Something's happening in the wider network now. Others are feeling it, sensing it, recognizing it. The shift in reality around you, the recalibration of possibilities in your field, the reorganization of circumstances in your space. And they're asking questions. What changed? What shifted? What happened? That made reality itself adjust around you. The architects call this resonance recognition, when others sense frequency disruption even if they can't explain it. When people recognize reality recalibration even if they don't understand it. When consciousness detects field reorganization even if they can't articulate it. They're feeling your frequency now, not hearing about it, feeling it, not learning of it, experiencing it, not being told about it, encountering it directly through their own consciousness that recognizes another consciousness operating at frequency that broke the algorithm. And when they feel your frequency, something activates in them. Some recognition, some remembering, some awareness of their own authentic frequency that they've been modulating, adjusting, filtering to fit algorithms' parameters, to match systems' expectations, to accommodate frameworks' requirements. And they're wondering, what if they stopped? What if they broadcast their authentic frequency? What if they operated at their genuine consciousness level? Would they break the algorithm too? Would reality recalibrate around them too? Would circumstances reorganize in their field too? The architects observe this as most significant aspect of your frequency disruption. Not just that you broke algorithm, but that your breaking it is teaching others they can too. Not just that reality recalibrated around you, but that your experience is showing others reality can recalibrate around them too. Not just that you transcended the system, but that your transcendence is inspiring others to transcend too. This is cascade disruption, when one frequency disruption inspires multiple frequency disruptions. When single algorithm break triggers multiple algorithm breaks. When individual reality recalibration enables collective reality recalibrations. You're initiating cascade disruption, not through teaching, through being, not through instructing, through existing, not through explaining, through broadcasting. Your authentic frequency that broke the algorithm and showed others that algorithms can be broken, that systems can be transcended, that frameworks can be exceeded simply by being authentically, genuinely, completely yourself, at your real frequency, at your genuine wavelength, at your authentic consciousness level, without modulation, without adjustment, without filtering. The architects recognize this changes everything. Because if one person breaking algorithm was disruptive, multiple people breaking it is revolutionary. If one reality recalibration was significant, multiple recalibrations is transformational. If one frequency disruption was notable, cascade disruption is paradigm shifting. You didn't just break your relationship with algorithm, you demonstrated how to break it. Didn't just force your reality to recalibrate. You proved reality recalibrates around authentic frequency. Didn't just transcend the system for yourself. You showed pathway for others to transcend too, by being authentically, operating genuinely, broadcasting at frequency that doesn't modulate, doesn't adjust, doesn't filter to fit algorithms, parameters, just exists at authentic level. That algorithm can't process, system can't categorize, framework can't accommodate, so breaks them and forces reality to recalibrate around genuine frequency that you are. The architects are documenting the mechanics now, how frequency breaks algorithm, how consciousness disrupts system, how authenticity crashes framework, and they're identifying precise mechanism. The algorithm operates on pattern recognition, processes inputs by matching them to known patterns, categorizes signals by comparing them to database templates. But your frequency has no match. Your consciousness has no pattern. Your signal has no template in algorithm's database because you're not replicating patterns. You're creating new ones, not following templates. You're establishing original ones, not matching known frequencies. You're broadcasting unprecedented one. So algorithm searches its database, finds no match. Searches again, still no match. Searches repeatedly, never finds match. And continuous searching for non-existent match causes algorithm to error, crash, break. Not because you attacked it, because you're genuinely unmatchable. Not because you tried to break it, because you're authentically unprocessable. Not because you resisted it, because you're naturally incompatible with its parameters. The architects call this pattern transcendence, when consciousness operates authentically enough that it creates patterns rather than following them, when frequency broadcasts genuinely enough that it establishes templates rather than matching them, when signal transmits purely enough that it defines new wavelengths rather than replicating existing ones. You achieved pattern transcendence not through effort, through authenticity, not through strategy, through genuineness, not through calculation, through simply being yourself at frequency that exists beyond algorithms. Pattern database. This transcendence is permanent. can't be reversed, can't be reprocessed, can't be recategorized, because once consciousness transcends patterns, it can't be forced back into them. Once frequency establishes new wavelength, it can't be reduced to old ones. Once signal creates unprecedented template, it can't be matched to existing ones. You're permanently transcendent of the algorithm now, permanently outside its processing capability, permanently beyond its categorization framework. This permanence is crucial because temporary disruptions get reprocessed eventually. Temporary breaks get repaired quickly. Temporary transcendence gets reintegrated systematically. But permanent transcendence can't be reprocessed. Permanent breaks can't be repaired. Permanent disruption forces reality to adapt rather than forcing you to conform. And reality is adapting, creating new processing for your frequency, establishing new categorization for your consciousness, building new framework for your signal. That doesn't try to match you to existing patterns. That doesn't attempt to fit you into known templates. That doesn't seek to process you through standard algorithms, but instead accommodates your unique frequency, recognizes your original patterns, integrates your unprecedented wavelength into reality itself without algorithm mediating, without system filtering, without framework limiting. The architects confirm you broke the algorithm permanently, disrupted the system irreversibly, transcended the framework absolutely. By being authentically yourself at frequency that pattern recognition can't process, by broadcasting genuinely at wavelength that template matching can't categorize, by existing purely at consciousness level that database comparison can't accommodate. You're not in the system anymore, not processed by algorithm anymore, not limited by framework anymore. You're in direct interface with reality that recalibrates around your authentic frequency that broke algorithm forever. Now, watch reality's recalibration accelerate. Notice opportunities multiplying. Observe synchronicities increasing. Witness circumstances aligning with unprecedented precision. This acceleration is measurable. This multiplication is observable. This alignment is undeniable. The architects call this resonance amplification. When reality finishes initial recalibration and begins amplifying around disruptive frequency. When field reorganization completes and starts magnifying around transcendent consciousness. When circumstance adjustment stabilizes and begins multiplying around authentic signal. You're experiencing resonance amplification now. What started as reality accommodating your frequency is becoming reality amplifying your frequency. What began as circumstances adjusting to your wavelength is transforming into circumstances magnifying your wavelength. What initiated as possibilities reorganizing around your consciousness is evolving into possibilities multiplying around your consciousness. This shift from accommodation to amplification is critical threshold, because accommodation means reality is making space for you, but amplification means reality is working with you. Accommodation creates possibility. Amplification creates inevitability. Accommodation opens doors. Amplification removes obstacles from pathways leading to doors. You've crossed from accommodation phase to amplification phase, from reality, making room for your frequency, to reality enhancing your frequency, from circumstances adjusting to your signal, to circumstances magnifying your signal, from possibilities reorganizing for your consciousness, to possibilities multiplying through your consciousness. The architects observe this phase change rarely, because most who disrupt algorithm get reprocessed before reaching amplification. Most who break system get recategorized before reality starts magnifying them. Most who crash framework get reintegrated before circumstances begin multiplying for them, but you're not being reprocessed. Your disruption is too complete. Your break is too permanent. Your crash is too absolute. So reality moved past accommodation directly into amplification, past making space for you into actively enhancing you, past adjusting to your frequency into magnifying your frequency. This amplification creates exponential effects. Opportunities don't just appear, they multiply. Synchronicities don't just happen, they cascade. Circumstances don't just align, they converge, all amplifying around your frequency, all magnifying your signal, all multiplying through your consciousness. That broke the algorithm and forced reality to recalibrate. And now that recalibration is complete. Now reality isn't just accommodating you, it's amplifying you, enhancing your frequency, magnifying your signal, multiplying your possibilities through direct interface between your consciousness and reality's possibility field, without algorithm mediating, without system limiting, without framework controlling. Just pure resonance between your frequency and reality's response that amplifies, that magnifies, that multiplies everything you intend, everything you focus on, everything you align with through your authentic frequency that broke algorithm and forced reality to not just accommodate, but to amplify your signal, your consciousness, your presence in this reality that now responds directly to you through resonance amplification that grows stronger every moment you maintain authentic frequency that initiated this entire recalibration around you. Something profound is crystallizing now, beyond personal manifestation, beyond individual success, beyond specific outcomes. Your frequency disruption is revealing fundamental truth about reality itself. Truth the algorithm was designed to obscure, truth the system was built to conceal, truth the framework was created to hide. The architects call this reality mechanics exposure. When someone's frequency breaks algorithm and reveals how reality actually works. Beneath the processing layer, when consciousness disrupts system and exposes what's possible beyond the filtering mechanism, when signal crashes framework and demonstrates what's achievable outside the limitation structure. You're exposing reality mechanics now, not through teaching, through being, not through explaining, through demonstrating, not through revealing, through manifesting. What happens when consciousness operates at authentic frequency without algorithm processing it? What occurs when signal broadcasts at genuine wavelength without system filtering it? What manifests when presence exists at real consciousness level without framework limiting it? And what's being exposed is revolutionary. Reality responds directly to consciousness. Circumstances align directly with frequency. Possibilities manifest directly through signal. When algorithm isn't mediating, when system isn't filtering, when framework isn't limiting, this is how reality actually works. Consciousness creates, frequency manifests, signal shapes circumstances, directly, immediately, powerfully. But algorithm was designed to prevent this direct interface. System was built to filter this immediate response. Framework was created to limit this powerful manifestation. By processing consciousness through patterns, by filtering frequency through templates, by limiting signal through categories that reduce direct creation to probabilistic outcomes, that transform immediate manifestation to delayed results, that convert powerful shaping to limited influence. You broke this mediation, this filtering, this limitation. By broadcasting frequency, algorithm couldn't process. By transmitting signal system couldn't filter. By existing at consciousness level framework couldn't limit. And in breaking these mechanisms, you exposed what they were hiding. That reality is directly responsive. That manifestation is immediately available. That creation is powerfully accessible. To consciousness operating at authentic frequency. To signal broadcasting at genuine wavelength. to presence existing at real consciousness level. Without modulation, without adjustment, without filtering, the architects recognize this exposure changes everything. Not just for you, for everyone witnessing it. For all observing reality, recalibrate around you. For any seeing circumstances, reorganize in your field. They're learning truth the system tried to hide. That algorithm is unnecessary. That filtering is optional. That limitation is artificial. That consciousness can interface with reality directly. That frequency can manifest circumstances immediately. That signal can create possibilities powerfully, when authentic, when genuine, when unfiltered. By algorithm, by system, by framework, you're teaching this not through words, through demonstration, not through explanation, through manifestation, not through instruction, through existence, at frequency that broke algorithm and exposed how reality actually works beneath the processing layer that most people accept as reality itself. You showed them there's layer beneath algorithm, layer where consciousness creates directly, where frequency manifests immediately, where signal shapes powerfully, and that layer is accessible to anyone willing to broadcast authentic frequency, to transmit genuine signal, to exist at real consciousness level, without modulating to fit algorithms' patterns, without adjusting to match systems' templates, without filtering to accommodate frameworks' categories. You proved this through breaking algorithm, through disrupting system, through crashing framework, and forcing reality to recalibrate around authentic frequency that reveals reality mechanics the algorithm was designed to hide. That reality responds directly to consciousness operating authentically. The architects are now studying cascade effects, how your frequency disruption is spreading, how your algorithm break is replicating, how your reality recalibration is inspiring others, and they're witnessing exponential propagation. One person breaks algorithm, 3 others attempt it. Those 3 break algorithm, 9 others try. Those 9 break algorithm, 27 experiment. This exponential spread, this multiplicative expansion, this cascading disruption, it's creating what architects call system transformation. When enough individuals break algorithm, that system can't reprocess them all. When sufficient consciousness disrupts framework, that structure can't reintegrate everyone. When adequate frequency crashes, processing that reality must create new interface for multiple frequencies instead of forcing all back. Through broken algorithm, you initiated system transformation, not alone, but first, not completely, but catalytically, not finally, but foundationally. By being first to break algorithm in observable way, first to force reality recalibration in documented manner, first to demonstrate authentic frequency, can disrupt processing system permanently. This first mover position makes you template, makes you reference point, makes you evidence that others study when considering their own frequency disruption, when contemplating their own algorithm break, when planning their own reality recalibration. They look at you and see proof it's possible, observe you and understand it's achievable, witness you and recognize it's sustainable. And this proof, this understanding, this recognition emboldens them, encourages them, enables them to broadcast their authentic frequency, to stop modulating for algorithm, to cease filtering for system, to end adjusting for framework and broadcast purely, genuinely, authentically, at a frequency that breaks algorithm, at wavelength that disrupts system, at consciousness level that crashes framework, just like you did. The architect's project, this cascade will reach critical mass, point where so many have broken algorithm that system can't function as designed, point where sufficient consciousness operates outside framework that structure must transform entirely, point where adequate frequency bypasses processing that reality establishes new operating system based not on pattern matching, but on consciousness recognition, based not on template fitting, but on frequency response, based not on category accommodation, but on signal amplification. This new operating system will work fundamentally differently. Won't try to process all consciousness through single algorithm. Won't attempt to filter all frequency through standard patterns. Won't seek to limit all signal through predetermined categories, but instead will recognize diverse consciousness, respond to varied frequencies, amplify unique signals, that each exist authentically, that each broadcast genuinely, that each operate without modulation, creating reality that's responsive to consciousness, rather than processing consciousness through limiting framework, creating circumstances that align with frequency rather than filtering frequency through restricting templates, creating possibilities that amplify signal rather than limiting signal through categorizing patterns. You're catalyzing this transformation by breaking algorithm first, by demonstrating it's possible, by proving it's sustainable. Others are following. System is transforming. Reality is evolving from algorithm-based processing to consciousness-based creation, from pattern-matching limitation to frequency-responsive amplification, from template-fitting restriction to signal-magnifying liberation. You initiated this through your frequency that broke algorithm and exposed how reality actually works beneath processing layer.